So for indexability, what we provide is access and ease of use. We not only open the doors for AI, but we also make the content easy to gather and digestible by these machines. The brand representation gives clarity and accuracy of your business and your brand message, which is really, really important. That's something that I think SEO lacked in a way. Like they will just pursue mostly keywords in a sense, but having a brand already puts you in the long term in the best way possible, and it will help you get closer to your user like that. And authority will give trust. That's kind of the essential element of each one of these elements that we have in the brain framework. Okay, yeah, is that one. What to invest, how much to invest? I think from a hierarchy perspective, this will be the things that I will advise you guys to invest the most on. Like indexability is the key part to open up for the rest. But once you get a good enough indexability, you can only go much farther than that. So that's something to keep in mind to kind of work this first and kind of leave it to optimization later. The authority building is also important because if you don't have any authority, it doesn't matter that the engines can go through your content, but if you don't have these signals, you cannot go beyond. And in brand representation is the element that I will say that is the most where we can push more our business in. Like there has to be a brand coverage, like a brand reach. We have to be on the places that matter for AI, but also that's not only to rank on AI, it's also to give credibility to the users that go to those places. So it will also further develop your branding just by being on those places that users go. And it will also signal AI answer engines that you are kind of relevant. So this is where relevance plays, but also recency and most other factors that come into this. So a little breakdown on this, like the consistent presence was. I understand that sometimes business owners can go by, I don't know, by one platform at a time, and once you get to the last one, is like your brand has had some changes and your message is not consistent. So something to keep in mind is that to keep your brand representation in the best shape possible is to keep your brand consistent across all of your channels and your websites and your directories, communities, and everything where your brand shows up. The indexability aspect, as we mentioned the last call, is the way in which you give access to your brand, to your people involved in your business, what service or product you serve. And that's also like you open the door, but you also make it easy for these machines to understand. So you have to have proper labeling, that's why schema markup is about putting the right labels. But the next level of the schema markup, rather than just being labels, is also entity relationship, which is the things that we see here.